from the station you count on for local news that matters. This is KARK 4 News at 6.
Why did you fire at an officer?
I didn't. They never notified who it was.
A suspected cop killer making his first appearance in court. Thank you for joining us tonight at 6 o'clock, everyone. I'm Bob Clausen.
And I'm Ashley Katz. This is a story we have been following since it happened.
That's right. Sonny Smith, a reserve deputy with the Johnson County Sheriff's Office, was killed during a burglary investigation.
That's right. KARK4's, or actually we want to show you the picture of the man we're talking about here. This is Fred Caulfield. He denied shooting Smith, as you just heard, telling a different story. Today he testified about what he saw the night Smith died. KARK's Drew Petrimo now joins us live in the studio with more today. Drew?
Ashley, during a hearing, a judge found probable cause for Fred Caulfield to continue to be held without bond pending capital murder charges. Why did you fire at an officer?
I didn't.
Outside a courtroom, Fred Caulfield denied shooting the deputy.
They started shooting at me. I didn't shoot back at him.
How did he get shot?
By one of the other officers.
But during a hearing minutes earlier, an officer there the night volunteer deputy Sonny Smith was killed took the stand to tell a much different story. He says Caulfield was a suspect in a break-in, and Smith, other officers, and 2 canines tracked him into the woods until they came to a fence. The officer says Smith jumped the fence to continue the chase. They heard Smith yell, "Let me see your hands," and then shots rang out.
All that we would like to ask is that you keep the family and the sheriff's office in prayer.
Johnson County Sheriff Larry Jones among those in attendance as the judge denied bond and sent Caulfield back to jail. After the hearing, we heard from Caulfield's attorney, John Burnett.
In cases like this, it's very common for the initial facts that put forward to be inaccurate. Right now, we obviously assert we're not guilty.
Prosecutor David Gibbons also spoke outside the courthouse, saying evidence collected at the scene disputes claims it was friendly fire that killed Sonny Smith.
An autopsy has been done. I suspect that Caulfield is wrong, considering no other deputy fired other than the deceased.
Smith's wife was also in the courtroom. She was surrounded by deputies the entire time. The prosecutor told me the family is hurting but strong, adding that they'll get through it. Ashley?
All right, Drew, thanks very much. And now to a developing story out of Saline County where police are investigating a rape case tonight. KARK4's Suzanne Bruner joins us live in Benton with the latest on this case. Suzanne.
Hey, Ashley, I just wrapped up an interview here with investigators who tell me someone called 911 early Saturday morning to report a sex crime that took place off of Chandler Road in Benton. Now, the sheriff's office, when they did arrive to that home belonging to Scott Westbrook, they say they found enough evidence to arrest the 44-year-old for rape and sexual assault of a minor. Now, given the nature of this case, the sheriff's office isn't providing any other additional information on this crime because a child is involved. They did confirm Westbrook is a level 2 registered sex offender, and I'm also told Westbrook was actually convicted back in 2004 for the a rape of a 17-year-old girl. Now, this is an ongoing investigation. We'll try to have some more details coming up later tonight at 10. For now, reporting live here in Saline County, Suzanne Bruner, KARK 4 News.
All right, Suzanne, we'll see you tonight at 10 o'clock with more on that. A doctor and suspected head of a criminal enterprise arrested in Little Rock today. 49-year-old Richard Johns facing 187 charges accused of fraudulent prescriptions. Johns was arrested at his Little Rock office this afternoon. A joint investigation spanning several months into a prescription drug operation tallied nearly 17,000 oxycodone pills prescribed, and the value of that more than $500,000.
We're going to take a bunch of this off the street, and it's going to slow down. It's never going to stop. But it's really important to get the doctors that are doing this. You know, there's no reason that they're doing this except for greed.
Lonoke County Sheriff's Office says their investigation started in November after an overdose death. The victim had prescriptions written by Johns. He remains in jail, no bond. He'll have his first court appearance tomorrow.
In a KARK 4 News update, the man accused of a home shooting in England has turned himself in. Tavosia Harris surrendered to Lono County authorities about 11:40 this morning. Witnesses say Harris went into a home on Southwest 1st Street and then shot 33-year-old Brandon Thomas Thursday night. Harris also had an active probation warrant.
And to another KARK 4 News update, a bed bug problem hopefully getting squashed, you could say. The manager of the Albert Pike apartment building in downtown Little Rock says 16 apartments were treated today for bed bugs. We know it's the dinner hour, so forgive us. When we visited Sunday, we found the bugs crawling down some walls and crawling around the hallways. Because the building's owner accepts government subsidies, there are certain requirements, including cleanliness. But neither the owners or overseeing government agency could be reached for comment today. The health department says it did receive a formal complaint about the bed bug problem last Friday. The manager says more spraying is planned in the future.
And a man and woman are in handcuffs tonight after Pulaski County Sheriff's deputies caught them attempting to burglarize a Cabot volunteer fire station. 29-year-old Christina Blackwell and 37-year-old John Idam of North Little Rock were accused of breaking into that station, trying to at least on Sunday night. Deputies caught up to the pair using canine units and heat-seeking tools from the fire department. Blackwell, he was found in the woods. Meanwhile, Idam was found walking along a Cabot road.
Unusual. We don't have a lot of problem out here, never have had.
You break into anything, it's not a smart thing to do, but your local volunteer fire station really doesn't need to be messed with.
Deputies say Idam has multiple felony warrants out for his arrest.
We are your weather authority, and our camera catching crazy shots like the one you're about to see here behind me as water starts to recede. Take a look. Burns Park in North Little Rock, a lot of scattered debris along the being scheduled to get cleaned up.
And because education matters, the Little Rock School District and the Little Rock Teachers Union finally coming together on a deal. It all happened just moments ago. Here's what we know. Little Rock School District employees will get a $350 bonus on June 19th. Teachers, school staff, administrative staff, principals, and assistant principals are eligible as long as they are pay grade designations 65 and below and have student interaction. Meanwhile, the district taking a moment today to honor scholars at the governor's mansion. That's where they held their academic signing day ceremony. It's a way the district recognizes students from that district who have earned a 4.0 GPA or higher, was either this high school's valedictorian or salutatorian, or has been identified as a national merit semifinalist.
Because money matters, a new shopping experience is making its way to Little Rock in October. And we went to Florida to get an exclusive look at what Arkansans could see at the outlets of Little Rock. KARK 4's Hillary Hunt shows us the Palm Beach outlets that New England Development says our outdoor mall will be modeled after. So far, we know 75 empty spaces will be filled with clothing, sporting goods, and accessory stores. Those stores bringing more than just discounted prices.
Lots of savings, lots of community events. It brings tourists into the county, economic development.
Tonight at 10 o'clock, find out what you can expect from outlets of Little Rock.
A family devastated after their memorial to a woman killed by a hit-and-run driver keeps getting torn down. Still to come, why a business owner says the display is bad for business.
And a mix of sun and clouds, a couple of showers and thunderstorms across the state today. Here in the capital city, 80 and 70 the numbers, about 1/10 of an inch of rain here in Little Rock. We've got a forecast that will keep you reaching for your umbrella in just a couple minutes.
From the station that brings you local news that matters, this is KARK 4 News at 6 in high definition. With Bob Clausen, Ashley Katz, Chief Meteorologist Keith Monahan, and Aaron Peters with your Razorback Nation report.